going to talk about how to put that image in there. First of all, I'm going to go to the internet and I'm going to grab my haiku. And I'm going to grab that, copy it. And then I'm going to go over to InDesign. I'm going to create new. It is defaulting to the 8.5 by 11 size that we have before. There we go. Let's see. Come on. I want to change it to inches. There we go. Create. I'm going to just leave it the way that is. I'm going to make my text box. Ta-da. I'm going to put the name in there, and I need to go back to the internet and grab by Sky Wen. Okay, the name of the guy who wrote it is Sky Wen, so I'm just going to type that in. Is it Sky Wen or is it Sky Wen? It's one that way. All right, fine. Just doing this to confuse me. All right. Okay. So here we are with his name, Sky Wen. Okay. And we're going to make this we're going to play with the font a little bit. We're going to change its coming in as Minion Pro, hate Minion Pro. I've looked at all my different varieties. I'm going to use, I like Minion Pro for its look, but I want something that has a little bit of buzz. I'm going to use Optima. And I'm going to make it bigger. Way too big. I'm going to make it smaller. All right. Now, I'm just going to leave that for a moment. I'm going to move that down. And I'm going to bring my picture in. I'm going to draw a box for this. And then I'm going to file, place, and I'm going to place my boat on lake. Now here's a scoop. A couple of things you should know about this is that this here is now being controlled by two things. This one here moves it around. This one here moves inside. But if you're in here and you hit this, as you saw in that guy's video, you can move this around and change the size accordingly. All right. What you should know is that because the way InDesign is designed is that everything is linked, just like being in Dreamweaver. So it has to find these images. So you need to make sure that those images are in the same folder, and if you bring any fonts, dittos. That's what you would send to your printer. You would send them the images, you would send them the font. So here we've got this, brought that in. This is, and I'm going to bring Sky Wen over to the right-hand side. And I'm going to make this bigger. 24 bigger. And I'm just going bit by bit. Can you see this? I'm moving, getting it to the point I like it. Okay, all right. Say, now I'm going to play with what are the words that are most important. I'm going to go with lonely. And I'm going to make that bold. You always want to use this over here because then the typewriter can use it. And I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. And do it slowly also. I'm going to make that bold. And again, make it a little bigger. And you'll see it changes the leading between. Change this one. I'm just sort of playing with what the different bold and make it a little bigger. All right. So I've just played with how this looks. Let's look to view it with a preview. Overview printing. Okay. It's okay. Don't like the way this is lining up. I'm going to move this over and down. All right. And this is where you can sort of get to making things look right. Does the weight of this work better down here? Or does the weight of this work better? I see there's a different spacing on this. Come on, here. Bring that up here. Better up here. Does it have better to have the picture down below or above? Does it better to have the picture alongside? Think about what happens with the weight, the hierarchy of the words. And then the file, I actually like this one back this way. And I'm going to go File, Save, just saving the InDesign file, and I will call this font 2. And spell that even better, font 2. And then I'm going to export it, and I'm going to call this one that's because this is the one I'm going to upload, font 2, and I'm going to hit save, export, and this is what it looks like. Do I like it? Remember, you can always go back. For instance, I'd look at this now, and I would say, ooh, this spacing here is wrong to this spacing here. This could be going down. I, at this point, would go back and change it and change it and change it again until it's absolutely perfect. I'm not going to do it right this second, but that's what I want when I look at yours. And if you don't do it the first time, you'll have to do it over and over again.